If any of you have any kind of apprehension to any of these things, then maybe tune out. I don't know what this game's about. I don't know what it's for. I just saw that it looked cool, and it was kind of an exploration game, and I loved stuff like that. Glitchhikers, the spaces between. Let's explore, shall we? Left mouse button to interact. Oh. Heyo, the cool zone. Okay, we can press escape to pause. Clerk. Is my latest followership blocking? I think it is. There we go. Hopefully that's not distracting. If it is, let me know and I'll just turn it off. Okay, let's talk to this person. Why, hello there, traveler. Welcome. How might I help you? Where am I? This is The Stop, a little roadside attraction on the outskirts. You know, one of those spaces in between. We provide refreshment, relaxation, and restoration to weary wayfarers. This game is dull. In between what? Discord. I've been told to take a peek at Discord. Oh, went back with clip function. Here's the intro screen thing. Hell yeah. Okay, thank you for that. Let's take a look at this real quick. So if I enable Firefox, so it said, this game is designed to encourage introspection and explores a variety of meandering, existential, and sometimes difficult topics. Glitchhikers, the spaces between, involves finding and interrogating your own wisdom. An important aspect of that is listening to your needs as they arise. Although each conversation was written with those who may be hurt or healing in mind, we encourage you to prioritize your own mental well-being. To that end, you can choose to skip conversations and quit journeys at almost any time with no repercussions. While the intent is to leave players with an overall hopeful and positive experience, the content in this game will acknowledge the often uncomfortable complexities of existence. Certain topics may be filtered out using the content section of the options menu to better help you shape and predict the content you may encounter. There's no wrong way to play. Press any key to continue. Thank you very much for digging that up, Max. Appreciate you. Alright. In between what? What an interesting question. In between spaces, in between thoughts and ideas, in between feelings, but mostly in between journeys. But it's wonderful that you've made your way here. I don't know if you meant to. I don't know if any of us are really here at all, frankly. Most people come here between journeys. Whether those journeys are physical, mental, spiritual. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Tonight, you can head out to the highway if you like, or you could head to the nearby railway and hop aboard the commuter train. Okay. Driving the highway always has a chill kind of vibe to me, though. Your thoughts may wander to all sorts of topics as you consider the universe around you. There's nothing quite like a late-night drive. Is there? So classic. Traveling by train is a more collective journey, in my opinion. Everyone headed in the same direction. Expect a sense of community, but also the kinds of deep personal conversations you can only have in a safe space. There's also a nearby park, but it is closed at the moment as they install some new sculptures, and the bus to the airport is running late again. Just check back the next time you're here if you want to learn about those. Sounds lovely. I do hope so. Have an open mind and let your thoughts wander and settle into the cosmic sublime. Maybe you know what you're looking for out here, maybe not. That's okay too. Sometimes it's nice to see where the journey takes you. But no matter your travels, expect to find others on the same journey. Share your thoughts, your feelings. There's never a right or wrong answer out there. And if you find conversations too much, or you need help, you can always ask to stop. Just press the back button whenever you're given dialogue options. Otherwise, you can quit your journey or game at any time via the pause menu. I'll always be here if you need to talk to somebody, check back between journeys. And if you need resources outside of the experience, the link is available in the pause menu as well. To the night sky out there. The moon is watching over you tonight. We're all watching over you. Okay. Whoa, why are we blinking? Blink graphics. Let's go to the cool zone. Bridge 3? What's in here? This is some scrumpy. Why is backspace back? No. Am I supposed to be playing this on a controller? I wonder. Is that what this experience is designed for? Those keybinds are pretty, yeah. This is gonna be a lot better. In between D's? In between D's what? D's? What do you mean? Can I get back out of this? Oh, here we go. Fridge 4. So, do we want to go on the commuter rail? Or are we feeling more of a highway drive, night drive sort of deal? This is fucking weird. Moving like this. So we can take the highway, the railway. Highway or the railway? What are we thinking? Said the railway has drive the train. Okay. Yeah. Let's get on the commuter rail. I guess we're leaving our car here.
All aboard.
All aboard.
Welcome to Infinity Rail. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. As we hurtle through space together, I ask that you be kind to your fellow passengers. These rails that stretch between all of our origins and destinations are etched into a shared landscape. No matter what your travel plans are, this is one connection we all share. Perhaps the basis for a bond, or the underpinnings of understanding. We're all heading in the same direction, and I know the regulars always enjoy a friendly chat. There's plenty to see, and seats are not assigned, so feel free to move about the train.
I guess let's talk to this person. Hiker. Hey there, is this your first time on the track? Nothing like a long train ride to gather your thoughts after a tiring day. A bunch of people on the same tracks, all of us on separate journeys, but journeying together. We're all headed the same direction. Where are you headed? It's just a metaphor. Interesting. We'll say someplace new. I'm going someplace new. Off to see new sights and new sights, huh? There's a lot to see now. New folks to meet, too. I like the train. You get to go somewhere, maybe even see someplace new. But you just get to sit and enjoy it. You're not in charge. The tracks go in one direction. It's like reading a good book, just along for the ride. I read once about 3 lovers navigating the seas together. They encountered sea monsters and mysterious islands, and gods of the waves. What kind of sea monsters? What kind of islands? Say, what kind of gods? Elder gods? What kind of gods? Capricious ones, dangerous ones, but also caring ones, curious ones. After all, aren't gods just like people? They each had their own reasons for their journey. Different things they were looking for. What they found, predictably, was each other. I found a love of story and journeys. I gotta get some more writing done. Come back in a bit. He's gone. They're gone? I don't know who that was. I really like the look of this game so far. It's really cool. Oh. I like looking at the back of the window. What about this guy? Can I talk to this guy? What are you even? Can I zoom in? No. I can sit down here. There's no one here. I guess you could just kind of sit back and relax. You know, this is a really nice, relaxing game after what we all just experienced. Wow. Let's talk to this person. Another journey, another experience, another story. What do you think? Are these stories important to you? Yes, I'm trying to get a lot out of them. Not feeling it. Just a distraction. All stories have potential to be important. All stories are important.
Next stop, Apollonian Acres.
They're just a distraction, I think. Distractions have value too. Escapism can be just important as deep, meaningful art. Don't dismiss us so easily. All stories have power. The power to shape us, to shape our beliefs, to shape our whole culture. Beliefs and falsehoods inextricably intertwined with fact and experience, just as important. Take the horned helmet, so ingrained in so much of our imagery of the Vikings, our stories about them, so impactful in battle. Never mind the fact that there's no evidence Vikings ever wore them. The Viking horned helmet was an invention of German costume designer Karl Emil Doppler from a performance of Wagner's Ring Cycle in the 1800s, taken from ancient German ceremonial headdresses. Designer Karl, and then the image stuck. What does banal mean? I don't know what that word means, banal. Images are sticky. They are sticky.
Now we're arriving at Apollonian Acres.
They are. Like stories maintained through the ages, our brains cling to evocative details, to symbols that can mean different things to different people. Meanwhile, of course, the real Vikings sailed as far as the Middle East for trade and cultural exchange, and reached the Americas long before other Europeans. But you see this kind of thing all over our culture. Depictions of afterlife taken far more from a 14th century poet than actual religious texts. Imaginings of the Spartan fighting force from a comic book. More than a historical record. Stories are powerful. They shape what we believe, what we think, how we act. Act well, this story. Alright. So lacking in originality as to be obvious and boring. First impressions? This game's kind of cool as fuck. I really like this. Banal is ordinary, everyday, routine. Mundane or common. Okay. Yo, this guy's rocking out on the fucking piano? Keyboard? You're in a wheelchair. Hey there. Guess we're headed the same direction. A line snaking through the landscape like a sweep of paint on the wall. Where are you going? I'll be consistent. Actually, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Leave yourself open for whatever possible paths you cross. I can appreciate, or leaving yourself open for whatever possible paths you cross. I can appreciate that. I'm heading somewhere I've never been before myself. Get to see new sights, meet new people, create new art. I got an invitation to an art festival that wants to display my work.
Hey folks, if you look out the right side window in the next little bit, you might catch a glimpse of Mount Finite Resort. A little secluded paradise up in these mountains. But paradise can never go on forever. We've all got lives we have to live, and challenges to return to.
I'm gonna say congratulations. Being featured in the gallery is cool. Looks like some sort of xylophone type thing, given the mallets. Oh, I didn't see the mallets before. Congratulations. Thank you. I love when places really invest in culture, in art. It brightens the lives of everyone. I love these opportunities. A while back I was traveling through the Epsilon Eridani system, Earth's nearest exoplanet. There was a world there with the most diverse civilization I've ever seen. Their beauty inspired a lot of art. They asked me to paint a mural on one of their buildings, working alongside other artists from other systems. A cooperative endeavor to meld together our art styles. Sounds neat. It was a really great opportunity. It was a wonderful experience. I had no troubles participating. Everyone loved my work. Nobody treated me like I was different. We were all just artists. Not quite the same story here. It was practically a 5-step process just to get on this train and have my chair secured. I knew how to do it better than the conductor did. I hope the place I'm going to there will be more accessible.
Hey folks, just a friendly reminder that you're not alone out there. We're all on the same journey together. And we hope to see you again. Next stop, Infinity's Edge.
Did we already pass the other place that we went to? I kind of wanted to get off at that mansion. Let's... Infinity's Edge sounds cool. The fuck? Whoa! Hold on. Wait a minute. Excuse me? What do you mean we're in the city now? This isn't the train anymore. Okay. Do we talk to everyone we meet, or do we kind of move on here? Actually, yeah, can we get off here? Are we stopping? Oh, we can exit the train at any time.
Now arriving at Infinity's Edge.
Infinity's Edge. Let's check it out. Thank you for traveling with us. More journeys await. Oh, is that it? I wanted to explore Infinity's Edge. Okay. The railway. Oh. Airport. We never tried the airport. Or we tried the train, but not the airport. Let's try the highway next. What do you guys think of this game so far? Honest opinions only. Whoa, we getting...
Good evening, and welcome to Radio 90 Night Drive. Thanks for tuning in. The story
Confusing.
goes that early film viewers panicked at the sight of a train rushing towards them. On the web, we navigate spaces shaped by information and data. In video games, we will our avatar bodies to weave around obstacles, and in VR, our stomachs turn at the edge of a digital cliff. We immerse ourselves in a reality on a screen, a reality that is no less real than any other. Realities within realities that sometimes tell us more about our own reality than what we think is real, and what we think is real is telling. What will your brain tell you as you drive the dark roads of reality? What truths are rushing towards you? And when the spectacle gets all too real, will you panic like the apocryphal film viewers, or drive on? With our next song, Karina in the Springtime.
I kind of get the impression that it definitely is trying to convey a message. And I think it's like we're all just kind of like traveling, you know, in our own way. You know, is there ever really an end destination? Not exactly. It's kind of more about the path. That's what this game is making me think about so far. We can look around. I don't think we should be looking out the window while we're driving like that. Let's see, what do we have here? Encampment, graphical pace. I missed the sign. Is that a fucking... That was the guy who pulled over on the side of the road. Let's pull over on the right side, so maybe we can stop to talk to somebody. Gonna grab a snack and enjoy this properly. Fair enough. It definitely is like trying to delve into philosophy heavily. Is that a passenger? Sup, dog? Thanks for the pickup. I was beginning to think it would be hours before I got a lift from something worthy. I've never picked up a hitchhiker before. It's the first time for everything. Don't be nervous. Just the next rest stop would be great. Good drive can fix a lot. Mind if I smoke? I don't care if he smokes. He or she. I don't know. Or they. Driving, I like driving. If you're driving on an empty highway with like no one around, driving is nice, calming, lets you be alone with your thoughts. Is that a joint? Good old BC Bud. Everyone needs a little time with their thoughts. Get to know them better, you know? They say the journey's more important than, you know, the other thing. Why are you driving? No reason, really. No reason? I find that hard to believe. There may not always be a reason in the universe, but there usually is for ourselves. When I was a kid, we had a cabin out on one of the islands. At night, you could see thousands of stars. It was so bright, you didn't need a flashlight. I gave them all names. Atticus, Caesar, Garunda, and Saul. They fought each other in wars of my making. Alliances formed and were broken. Explosions burst across the sky. I was a god to them. There's no such thing as a god. Light in the darkness. Some imagination. Let's not be inflammatory to this person. He really had some imagination. Yeah, it might have been a coping strategy. My parents pretty much ignored me. Father was too drunk. Mother was too busy. Yet I still remember those days fondly. Think that says something about me? Yeah, if you remember like a shitty situation fondly, then you probably are able to see the bright side of things. And that, by nature of how that sentence is even constructed, yes, that does say something about you. One day, a man came to the grassy spot where I played. He said he was from the stars, and that he pleaded for my mercy. I told him it was all make-believe. He just shook his head. Did you stop? You know, I don't remember. I guess I must have. I never saw him again. Too bad I was never really a kid. Thanks for the lift. Alrighty.
How well can we truly know one another? We're surrounded by each other every day. We see, we speak, we listen, we love, we teach, we touch. But we can never know. We can never experience the world exactly how someone else does. We can never be inside their head. But tonight, we're all on this journey together. We're all in your head. Head onwards, driver.
Are you
Bowl of Petunias is up
guys
next.
in my head? Are you guys in my head right now? Hello? I like how this is a driving synth track. It's exploring some very complex and interesting concepts, and doing so with a very thoughtful and effective tone. Yeah, I actually really enjoy this. Bowl of Petunias. What do you mean, Bowl of Petunias? $12:24 a.m. You ever been driving on the highway at 12:24 a.m.? Oh no. Not again. I don't know. I don't know what you're referencing, but I like the hypothetical situation. Someone sees a bowl of petunias and you're just like, well. Oh, that's the song name, Bowl of Petunias. Devin Viebert. What's up? I don't know. Where are you? Okay. How old are you, little girl? Where are your parents? I'm 8. I don't know where my parents are. They don't really matter. What do you mean? I'm here. They're not. It's as simple as that. They didn't accomplish anything in their lives. Certainly nothing that mattered. Neither will I. You know, human existence represents 0.0001% of the universe's existence so far. We're one planet of billions that likely hold life. Nothing we do will matter, and then the sun will explode. Dude, I thought like this as like a teenager. Maybe not like as an 8-year-old, but like definitely as a teenager. Did your parents make you this jaded? You're right, nothing we do matters. Nothing we do will matter relative to the universe, maybe, but that's it. It'll spread new elements across the galaxy, which will form new planets and new life. I'm gonna say nothing we do relative to the universe matters. What other time scale is there? Measuring time at a scale comfortable for humans is like measuring a time in dog years. There are more people alive now than ever before. For every one person alive right now, there are only 14 dead people in human history. Is that real? Is that real? That's insane if that's true. You think every one of those people matters? Can you care what happens? Can you care what happens to everyone? The universe is an uncaring place. We are one planet of millions that must hold life in our galaxy alone. One galaxy of billions. In a fraction of a blink of an eye, you'll be dead. There'll be no meaning to it all. The universe is random. We are a mutation. Soon we will be gone, and the universe will carry on without us. You can't go through life like that, though. You have to find a meaning for yourself. Otherwise, what's the point? There's zero way that is real. I know, right? For every one person now, only 14 dead? That's not... That math... Does that math up? Does that math up, though? I don't know if it does. How many people have ever existed? And how many people are living now? We will persist. We'll make our way off Earth and explore the galaxy. Yeah, not 100% sure about that. Guess you're right. Our lives are meaningless. Well, that's just pessimistic. I'm just gonna say you can't go through life like that, though. You have to find meaning for yourself. Otherwise, what's the point? Written history doesn't go back that far, but you can, like, estimate. Literally impossible to know how many people existed. You can estimate, right? There's no point. There's no point. That's what I'm saying. We can construct as much meaning as we want. It doesn't change that. We seek out meanings for ourselves when there is none. Another pointless exercise in our pointless existence. I look up at the sky right now and I see endless blackness. A possibly infinite universe. In the face of that, what are we supposed to do? There is no true morality out there. The logical thing for us to do is, frankly, whatever we want. It doesn't matter anyway. The entire human race could get wiped out and it wouldn't even matter, don't you think? I mean, what could we do that would ever make a difference? I think just there is a merit to just living and experiencing life, as it were. You know? Like art, exploration, love, whatever. But like, it's a very complex situation we find ourselves in. In the scheme of things, maybe nothing, but we live on anyway. All we can do is make the best of the lives we have and make better the lives of others. Enjoy what existence has given us, however. I think that I resonate with that the most. However random it might be. Maybe. It's pointless in the end, but maybe you're right. What else can we do? And yet you're here just driving. Just driving. Ugh. I know I can be a lot. It's just so hard. People don't want to understand. They're too afraid. I can't remember the last time someone just talked to me like this. You didn't have to. Thanks, I guess. Interesting. I used to think like that.
Are you?
Oh.
But who you are changes with time, with context. What mask do you put on around others? Strangers, friends, family, lovers. Do you ever take it off? Can you? Is there a you that is you? A 3-pound sack of tissue and nerves pilots a vehicle of meat and bone. Bursts of electricity instruct your foot to press on the gas, your hands to hold the wheel, your heart to beat, your eyes to blink. Did you blink? Did you remember to breathe?
Don't do that shit.
Remember
Come on.
to listen
Come
now.
on.
With our next song, Find Me on a Whim.
I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, we're really just kind of a pattern, like a holding pattern, right? We're not like... Like, you are you in this present moment. You're made of, like, meat and bones and stuff, and your thoughts or whatever. And in, like, 10 years, you're gonna be made of A, completely different material. And, you know, B, your structure in your brain would have changed, so you will be somebody else, technically. And the most that you can do right now... Let's get in the left lane. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, there's something coming up. Can we pull off the side of the road here? Is that a hitchhiker? That's a hitchhiker. Okay. So. Alas, poor Yorick. Oh, thanks for the ride. I was lost in thought for a moment. Did you know him well? Can't very well get away from him, can I? Look at this thing. Who has a CRT screen anymore? I can't help but consider all the facets of technology in our lives. The good and the bad. Not when I'm so attached to it, of course. We all are. If not so literally. People have such polarized views on technology. Don't give up your privacy. Don't give up any of your privacy, or let into it every aspect of your life. It's a natural part of how we move through life. Or it's inscrutable and unnecessary. It's ruining the world, or it'll save the world. It's so easy to say we're better off without technology, but like, it does improve our lives. Like, if you think about just like medical technology generally, medical technology has saved probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of lives. It improves many of our lives, but maybe not everyone's. It's not so simple as all that, though, is it? It's so easy to misstep with technology, after all. It's as fallible as its creators, and its creators are often very valuable. Algorithms are designed by people, and are often ignorant of their biases, or seduced by profit. But it's also saved lives, created a connected world unlike ever before, perpetuated child labor and harmful extractive colonialism. Technology isn't the solution to every problem, and more data isn't always better, but also, data is good and technology isn't always the enemy. Simply turning your back on it out of principle doesn't help anyone either. Are climate change or poverty just one innovation away from being solved? Is technology just going to save the world? Is technology going to save the world? Of course not. Not alone, at least. Not without the good people to guide it. Fucking A. Can't read. Not without good people to guide it. And good people to do the work technology can't. Are you one of those good people? I don't really work in tech, dog. Hell, the spear was a technology that let us stay alive amongst mammoths and saber-toothed cats. That's very true. Very true. Again, though, even if you estimate where do you start, the plow, the first humanoid to walk bipedally. If I was an estimating man, I would probably start at the first like society, right? First society on one of those dank river valleys somewhere. The first time humans built like homes out of stone, I feel like would be a good place to start estimating. Doesn't mean there aren't things that you can't do to help guide our world. In a headline-driven world, we lose all nuance. We are inundated with myths. They say anonymity allows people to harass and abuse, but people do that anyway. And anonymity helps protect people too. They say video games make people violent. Simply untrue. Research has found video games have no significant impact on violent behavior, and can even promote empathy. And there's this idea that the solution to technology is more technology. For every real innovation that can help mitigate climate change, there are a host of cash grab scams, those robot boats that are going to clean all the world's rivers. They don't mention anything about microbeads. Very blurry and arguable judgment / value call. What makes people human? What makes those people human, while previous nomadic tribes wouldn't be? I guess that's a good point. Like, when was the first human, right? Fuck, what are we, actually? We're just like fucking advanced apes. I guess it would be... That's my point, that it's subjective and messy, and pretending that there can be a definitive, singular, clear number attached to the number of humans is just a weird statement to make. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what the point was in that last one. You know, there's like an 8-year-old kid trying to struggling with defining things like that. It doesn't really matter, honestly. It's the wrong question to ask. Engagement demands outrage, and absolutes create outrage. Life is too complex, it needs to be simplified for people. People don't think critically enough. We're all just looking for answers. We're all just asking questions. Is that why you drive? No matter what else, you have to take it all seriously. Social media is the new town square. Extra, extra. Read all about it. Cryptocurrency is killing the planet. Facial recognition can and will profile us as much as any cop. You have to find a way to push back against all that. Take it seriously. Because alongside all that is a global collective action. Massive fundraising, manifestos, and net neutrality and Creative Commons. What the fuck is even happening anymore? I've lost the plot. Technology is not worth taking seriously. Don't believe that. Technological advances are worth the negatives that come with them. It is what it is. We have to fight even harder against the negatives of technology. This is... I don't agree with this. I don't agree with any of these, to be honest. Because it is worth taking seriously. It's not necessarily worth the negatives that come with them. This is just a cop-out answer, in my opinion. I guess having to fight harder against the negatives is the closest. But, like, how do you even go to begin doing that, you know? Can we summon the collective will before it's too late? Ultimately, we have to find a way to move through an imperfect world. This thing, poor Yorick, is a burden, but also a boon. More to the point, it's reality. Technology is part of your world now. Sorry, technology is part of our world now. We have to find a way to move through this world. How do we move through this world? Are you one of the good people? Thanks for the ride. So that was a comment about technology.
That was a little different. Ever wonder why the night sky is black, even though there is nowhere you could look that doesn't eventually have a star? Shouldn't it be full of light? And scientists say the average color of the universe is beige. There are stars above you even in the day, and they are watching. Taurus Reptiles is up next.
Yes.
Keep your eye on the road and have a lovely drive.
Taurus Reptiles. Sparse lounge music. Pretty chill. I don't know, what do you guys think about that last conversation? Do you think technology does more harm than good? Graphical place. Oh shit, this landscape reminds me of what's going on here? My stream was buffering a lot of it, but it seems like they were equating technology with like modern day tech only. That's the... Yeah, that's accurate. Oh hey, I recognize you. You were from the train, weren't you? Seems like an important journey for you. Why did you pick me up? I didn't have a choice in this. We'll say it's just a nighttime drive. You don't have to read too much into it. Of course, I did not mean to assume. Everyone should be entitled to hold and accept their own meaning. Well, thank you. The night is cold and the world is wide. Connecting with one person seems a miracle in a world of over 7 billion souls. Any connections we make are just chemicals in our brains, nothing more. That's overly reductive. Connecting with other people is the meaning of life. That's underly reductive. We're surrounded by possible connections all the time. No such thing as miracles. Aren't there? Perhaps you can explain the evolution of life and consciousness in the universe by science and random chance. But is its existence not still a kind of miracle? Over 7 billion people, such a difficult number to even comprehend. 7 billion seconds ago, I was 222 years younger. Imagine, we all came from the same place thousands of years ago, all of us, common ancestors. The Hindi language has its roots in common with Greek, Russian, and English. Is that true? That's crazy. Converse seem to be more... Tech has a lot of bad, but like, tech has had a way more good to it. IMO, spear, plow, penicillin. I think any conversation about the harm that's being done currently by technology and the harm that's on the horizon that doesn't clearly and directly acknowledge and discuss capitalism and the ruled class economic structure is going to go in circles to a degree. Yeah, that's true. It's more of a society, like, technology can be a really, really powerful force, but we keep using it we gotta get that green, yo. Imagine we all came from the same place thousands of years ago. All of us common ancestors. The Hindi language has roots in common with Greek, Russian, and English. In those ancient times, we knew so much less about how the world worked. We created stories to explain it, rituals to give our lives order in a place that seemed to have little. We still create stories to give our lives meaning. There's still no order or meaning to our lives. Stories we make are important. Even the self is a kind of story. We still give ourselves stories to create our life, to give our lives meaning, I think. It still happens. It is our endless quest to find meaning. Perhaps that is our meaning. To always strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. In Vedic times in India, the basis of early Hinduism, two of the major deities were Agni and Soma. Agni was a personification of the ritual of fire, in which offerings were burnt to give to the gods. Smoke rose into the heavens, you see, carrying the messages to the divine where mortals could not go. Agni was a messenger. If things put in the fire rose to the heavens, why didn't the people jump into the fires themselves? Soma personified a holy drink that granted immortality, one of the offerings to the gods. Some believe that it was a hallucinogen, drunk in a holy, ecstatic ritual. The god of bad trips, perhaps. Let's see. And to be clear, that's not just personal greed. Our society is structured to artificially coerce us into selfish behavior at every level, and it's baked into our culture in ways we don't even consciously realize. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Like, I totally agree with you. I just don't know what to do about it. The imagery has survived to this day. Soma is a commonly used reference to narcotic and pharmaceutical substances. The word traveling through the ages, even ideas have lives and journeys. Both Agni and Soma represented types of journeys, ways we tried to understand the world. We still try. We are faced with an uncaring universe, and yet fewer and fewer people embrace the comfort of religion. Religion gives the comfort of community and faith where there are still things we can't explain. Honestly, the way to change it is to have these conversations, acknowledge the stuff consciously. That's the first step. That's fair. We're doing our part. Religion has caused a lot of problems in the world, despite good intentions from many. That's true. Personal, private religion and spirituality are more important than organized institutions. Let's see, what did technical could say? Affect what you can when you feel you can safely do so. Vote and donate to charity, whatever. Talk to your friends. Tell them they're cool. That's fair. That's one thing that I always get like a little overwhelmed with is like, what the fuck can I do? You know what I mean? I'm just a guy. We've moved beyond needing organized religion. I agree with a lot of things here, but I think personal spirituality is more important than organized religions. That's the strongest one that I feel. We must all seek understanding of the universe and our place in it in our own way. Though, is it not also important to find connections with others, community? We are all on our journeys driving. Why do you drive this night? Because I like it. I just enjoy driving. There doesn't need to be any more than that. That is true. Enjoyment is a fine enough end in and of itself. I hope you find it. So we talked about a lot of stuff. Can I pull off the side of the road? Seems like we can't go any slower than 70 kilometers an hour. Change is very much possible, but it's not going to come from the top down or from any individual or individuals. It'll be a collective thing as we build movements in a better society together. That's true. 70 kilometers an hour is like 30 miles an hour? Really? Is it that slow? I didn't think it was that slow. Thought we went a little bit faster than that. The music keeps changing. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. Abyssal Oriole Lodge, 11 kilometers. Get me out of here. Timber Ruin, missing semicolon, Void Horizon. 2.24 kilometers to a mile. That's too many decimals. I was not prepared to answer that. I'll just take your word for it. How about that? 2.24 kilometers to a mile. Yeah, maybe? I didn't do very well in school. I have no idea. I like the desert, though. This reminds me of when I drove to my grandma's house. She lives in Arizona. We're out in California. You have to drive through deserts that look very similar. Maybe very similar is a little bit... That's a hyperbole. Because the deserts in Arizona aren't purple. But it's a desert, and you can tell it's a desert. Every time we blink, we get a, new cars and stuff on the horizon. So, somewhere I can pull off? Kinda looks like somewhere I can pull off. Maybe not.
The road stretches before us all, whether we drive it or not. Where does it lead you? Do you have a destination in mind, or is the future a mystery? Does that ribbon of highway disappear in darkness, or is there a light that guides you? Is life taking you on a journey, or do you set your own path? We all have a path to follow or forge. It intersects with others, stoplights and mergers and exits. Sometimes it stretches for miles alone. But we're not alone, are we, driver? No matter what we might tell ourselves. If you've been with us before, you know what comes next. Take a deep breath and count back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I should fall asleep while driving.
This
seems
is like Radio 90 Night Drive.
Oh, did we get to our destination? Yo. I guess we're going to the city. Divide by 2, take off a bit more, and you'll get there. Okay. Let's apply that to every single possible facet in life. Divide by 2, take off a little bit more, and it's fine. I guess we did take this exit. We're in an exit only.
There's a tension as you hover, uncertain how you feel.
I think we got off the train early, is what happened.
Uncertain how you feel.
If you're traveling with us, more journeys await. That's a cool game. I do like it quite a bit. It asks the deep questions